Good morning.
Bring you back safe.
Thank you.
Good morning to Unity of Bon Air. If you have a cell phone, please silence it. Our service is about to officially start. Right now, just a little song of praise. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day.
The guy who's teaching class just
This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. Beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends. My talented, my wonderful, my beautiful friends. My talented, my wonderful, my beautiful friends. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. This wonderful life. Sing with me. This wonderful life. Hey, one more time. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. This wonderful life. This wonderful life. Yeah. Let the Spirit flow. Thank you. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you so much. Welcome to Unity of Bon Air. Let us stand together and affirm in song what we know to be true. God is good and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound. In a world where many miracles abound. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed and whole. I know that God is good and all is well.
thank you all. Well, welcome to Unity of Bon Air, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Reverend Patty, and it is my joy to be the minister here serving alongside each of you as we create this community where love is honored and expressed. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time joining us, either here in person or online, we're grateful for your presence as we share this time together. We have come here as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within us and all around us that we call God. And in this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. We want to especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If you're in the room, please raise your hand and you will receive a welcome packet from Susan. And we hope to see you in Fellowship Coffee. And if you are with us online, be sure to visit our website, unitybonair.org, to find all the events that are happening here. So, time for our morning joke. So I loved Susan's and the Loch Ness Monster last Sunday. So a mother had taken her child to Sunday school, and when the daughter came home, she said, "Well, what was the lesson about?" And the daughter said, "Don't be scared, you'll get your quilts." And the mother thought, So later on, the pastor stopped by to have tea, and the mother said, "By the way, what was the lesson about?" And he said, "Do not be anxious, the comforter is coming." Oh. So let's take a breath and allow ourselves just to becoming aware the truth of who we are. The truth of our being is that we are divine, that we are made in the image and likeness of love, of light, that is shining through every part of our being. We settle into this. We continue to create a space where all are embraced. And we bring into this circle of love all those whose names are in our prayer box, all those who are in places of healing at this point. Linda, Edwina, Captain Tom, John Rayfield, my brother, and we add anyone in your life. If you would like to say that name out loud or silently, we bring them into this space. And we just stand in this powerful place of knowing that no matter what anyone is going through, the power and presence of God is right there with them, is the very truth of their being. The activity of God is present within each of these beloveds. And we continue to bless our world as we move beyond the bounds of this community into our city, our state, our country, our world, those places that are in the midst of crisis. We just hold our human family in the arms of love, knowing that there is only one. There is one presence and one power being expressed in all these infinite ways of showing up as spiritual beings in human bodies. We bless our Mother Earth. We are grateful for our sunshine, for our flowers, for our water, for the opportunities to run to the beach and breathe it in. We just continue to bless the gift of nature. And we take a moment to imagine the children of the world in our mind, of these beaming, smiling faces that represent the purity of love, the joy of curiosity, the wonder of each moment and each new thing they notice. And we bless them. And before we close, we take a moment to think of 3 things for which we are grateful, and we imagine them in our mind. Just let our vibration raise up in appreciation and gratitude. We close with our usual mantra. Please join with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And let's join in affirming our statement of truth. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the omnipotent good. So my special announcement today is about what's coming up. So I'm going to invite you to buckle your seatbelts for 2 special guests this month. Next Sunday, our own Claudia, who is fresh back from the Empower, her and Lucy both, from the Empower Music Festival up at Unity Village. She will be singing and speaking our lesson next Sunday, and it's going to, yes, yay. It's going to have to do with the healing power of music. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have, so I forgot to look this guy's name up on my email before I left home. So we're going to have a wonderful man who's a Science of Mind minister from California coming and visiting us and doing the talk and leading a workshop on the last Sunday of the month, and we will be blown away by him as well. So you'll see his name and details in the e-news. So let's move on to what's next. To Love is Drawn to Love.
Let's stand. It's time for a sing-along. We're going to stand and sing this song. And this is a new one. Every time I go to the village, to the Empower Music Festival, we try and bring back new songs for you guys. So we're going to learn this one today, and hopefully in time you'll know all the words and the melody. Here we go. 1, 2. It's got a bow diddly groove, so give us a bow. Make me some room close by your side. Love is drawn to love. Here in this place, hearts open wide. Love is drawn to love. We'll find our song, sing it together. Love is drawn to love. With harmony, everything's better. Love is drawn to love. Here it comes. Love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love. Love, love, love is drawn to love. Sing it again. Love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love. Love, love, love is drawn to love. Take it up higher. Stand up for truth. Lift up your voices. Love is drawn to love. Follow your heart. You'll see the choices. Love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love. Love, love, love is drawn to love. Sing it again. Love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love. Love, love, love is drawn to love. Love, 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 love is drawn to love. Oh yeah, love is drawn to love. Love is drawn to love.
Oh, green light? Okay. Okay, let me start over. Good morning, Unity. My name is Regina Carr Goodwin, and I am delighted to be your service leader this morning. So let me start off with wonderful announcements here at Unity of Bon Air for July 7th. Yeah. Today, after service, stop by New Rock Hall for fellowship coffee, enjoy refreshments, and then go to the lobby to sit and knit. The Elna Roop Prayer Shawl Ministry will enjoy time together to create the beautiful prayer shawls found in Inspiration Station, our bookstore. No experience is needed, and supplies are provided. Just bring your willingness to learn or teach and enjoy time together. Have you heard about Reverend Alva's book study? Our first week was awesome, and you can still join us. The book is How to Use Your 12 Gifts from God. Join in person or via Zoom. Go to our website to register, and you're in. Books are in the bookstore for $10. Our group meets every other week, and it's a great way to grow. All are welcome. Join us this Thursday at 7 p.m. This Friday is movie night. Join us for great films and a fun evening. As always, there will be time for conversation after the viewing. We start at 7 p.m. in New Rock Hall. This is funny. Are you in a pickle? Don't forget, our pickleball enthusiasts meet every Saturday at Bon Air United Methodist Church, also on on Buford Road, on Saturday mornings. All ages are welcome and invited for a fabulously fun time. No experience needed. Come play or cheer us on. See you at 10:30 a.m. So transformational opportunities abound at Unity Church of Bon Air. Keep up with us by checking e-news, our website, and follow us on Facebook. And I'd like to introduce a wonderful gentleman named Andy, who will come up and share about an upcoming class.
Thank you, Regina. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here, and I want to invite you to come find out about transcendental meditation. It's from an ancient tradition. It's a simple, effortless mental technique that we practice just for 15 to 20 minutes twice a day, sitting comfortably, and it energizes us for our activity, and our relationships improve, and we're actually contributing to world peace through the field of consciousness, which we all share, and we talk about every Sunday morning. And it's actually dipping in and experiencing that and taking some of that into our daily life. So I'm happy to share more, and we're planning to have a course here just dedicated to members of Unity Church, and we'll start that this coming Saturday. So if you're interested, please reach out, and I'll be happy to share more. There are flyers and brochures around announcing the course. Okay? Oh, so it's by appointment because you'll actually be instructed in the technique. So yeah, so it's just 90 minutes to learn, and then there are 3 follow-up 90-minute sessions for the next 3 days, and then support through the rest of your life in this effortless mental technique. Yeah, I hope you'll join us. Thank you.
And Steve Yaris has a quick announcement. Yes.
I'm heading up the seniors group. So let me start out by saying good morning to you all. I'm heading up the seniors group, and I put a list of 30 different trips that we can do here in the state of Virginia. Well, yeah, and one's in D.C., so that's out of the state, but we're going to do it anyway. And I'd like you to give me some feedback. Mark, I'm going to go from 1 to 5 trips that you would like to do so that we can pull together a good group and go visit some great places. Thank you.
All right, and now for Daily Word. Excuse me. The word is beautiful. I see beauty in soaring mountains and rolling seas, in majestic forests and kaleidoscopic fields of wildflowers. I hear beauty in music, bird songs, and the laughter and conversations of people in fellowship. Searching beyond my senses, I discover a greater depth of beauty. The mundane items and landmarks I may take for granted take on a deeper beauty when my memories fill them with meaning. My dear ones become even more beautiful to me when I pause to remember our fondest experiences and the love that binds us. I move through each day with my mind and heart open. Ooh. Now, even the most ordinary items, places, and circumstances become more and more precious and beautiful to me. The scripture, and all of us with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as through reflected in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image. 2 Corinthians 3:18. Now I will state the affirmation, and then I will ask for you to repeat it with me 3 times. 3 times the charm. My open heart discovers beauty all around me. Please say it with me. My open heart discovers beauty all around me. My open heart discovers beauty all around me. My open heart discovers beauty all around me. Thank you. And now for music.
Thank you, Regina, and all of you that stepped up with announcements. Beautiful. That's a great word. And I think that would be the way I would describe how I feel when I come back from our yearly visit to Unity Village, just with my good friend Lucy. And Julie is yet to come, and she will in the future, I'm sure. But to be surrounded by like-minded people who write music and perform beautifully, and you come home with so much to share. And so anyway, I'd like to sing a song. This one was written by Eddie Watkins Jr. that he was here earlier this year. So now you have a connection, those of you that have seen him perform. But the name of the song is The Answer. Here we all are, gathered together in this place. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What is God's will? How do we know what's true and what's real? We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe that God is the answer. God is the answer. Yes. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. What's going on in this world today? Where do we fit? What can we do to make a difference? What can we say? Where do we go? I want to know this way or that way. But if we are brave and truly believe and love one another, we can let the world see that God is the answer. God is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. Oh, play me something on the horn, Leon. Come on, yeah. Not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe. Do you believe? Do you believe that love is the answer? G-O-D-L-O-V-E. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. Thank you.
Let's see here. Thank you all. Beautiful. We love Eddie Watkins' gift of writing music. So I have a question for you. What do you know in the depths of your being to be true? For instance, I know that love is the strongest force in the universe, and whenever it shows up, mountains can be moved. I know that I am a spiritual being in a spiritual universe, but when I look only with my physical eyes, I do not see all that is available in the invisible realm. So we're switching powers. We're in a new month. So now we're in the power of understanding. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about the principles on which we base our life, our thoughts, and our actions. Divine energy is pouring through each one of our consciousness as understanding. And we can move forward even when we don't have all the answers, when we know that we can trust the presence and power and activity of God. Divine understanding allows us to move on faith. Divine understanding is developed by declaring that God as principle stands under all things, and that within all things there is good. We affirm this every Sunday, and I don't know how long it takes you, but it doesn't take me too long after I'm out of the sanctuary to forget that I said that and that my whole life is, about that. But this is what Reverend Joyce was teaching us when she taught us the prayer, I can't wait to see what great good comes from this. Remember to stand in that belief that there is no separation from the divine power that is within us and at work. Emily Cady wrote, "You may say to yourself over and over again that you are well and wise and happy, and on the mental plane, a certain cure is effective, and for a time, you will feel healthy and wise and happy." It's kind of a form of self-hypnotism, these affirmations that we use. But listen to this. She says, "But until down in the depths of your being, you are conscious of your oneness with the eternal presence, until you know within yourself that the spring of all wisdom and health and joy is within your own being, ready at any moment to leap forth at the call of your need, you will not have spiritual understanding." Oh, right? Hear that again. Let me find it where it starts. "Until down in the depths of your being, you are conscious of your oneness with the eternal presence, until you know within yourself the spring of all wisdom and health and joy is within your own being, ready at any moment to leap forth at the call of your need, you will not have spiritual understanding." So there are two ways of getting understanding. One is by following the guidance of the Spirit that is within, and the other is to go blindly ahead and learn by hard experience. A lot of us have masters on that road. Spiritual understanding is the quickening of the Spirit within. This is from the Revealed Word, which is Charles' writing. The quickening of the Spirit within. So this is always available to us. So the question isn't, are we going to get understanding? It's, are we going to tune into that which is already there within us? So in Mysteries of Genesis, Fillmore wrote, everyone has within him or her the light of divine understanding, and those who do not recognize that they have this inner light are thinking intellectually instead of spiritually. And I can tell you from my own experience that that road can take you down some places you don't want to go when you're only tuned into your intellect. But when we turn on the light of spiritual understanding, we are in effect turning on our own internal light of our potential. In the book, Power Up Your Life, the authors wrote, spiritual understanding is gained by investing time in the silence. It results from the quickening of our spiritual nature, which is our divine nature. This type of knowledge sometimes includes and always transcends intellectual understanding. This knowing comes swiftly and arises outside of the reasoning process. It comes as an internal knowing, or perhaps as a still small voice that may seem more like the reflection or echo of something you have heard and or forgotten. And when this happens, we have that, light bulb moment and we say, oh, now I get it. When we tune in to this deepest knowing within us. Another new thought person, Winifred Wilkinson Hausman, writes, in awakening the understanding, it is good to remember that there is another center which represents this attribute, the part of the body that stands under the whole, the feet. We must have the spiritual understanding that lifts us above the world, but also we must develop the base that enables us to relate to the world in a spiritual way. So this understanding thing, you want to think about it as on what do I stand? That's why it's mentioning the feet. On what do I stand? What principles do I always come back to when the danger lights are on, right? Prayer and meditation are key to shine the light of understanding within. Spending time in meditation gives us the opportunity to open our heart and our mind to the still small voice of our divine nature and gain a deeper inner knowing of truth. Because ultimately, that's what we're hungering for, to know the truth and be set free with it, right? Invest in the silence so we can transcend operating just from intellectual understanding. So I want to tell you a story, this fabulous story that I watched on the plane to San Francisco this week. How many of you have seen the movie Ordinary Angels? Has anybody seen it? All right, you got a homework assignment. Wow, this inspiring movie is based on a true story, and it has unity. I mean, nowhere does anybody admit that they study unity, but it's got unity throughout it every time you turn around. So it's about a woman named Sharon Stevens, who's kind of a wayward yet good-hearted hairdresser who becomes an unlikely hero in Louisville, Kentucky in 1994. So, of course, there's some artistic license with this, but it starts out with Sharon partying hardy in a bar, and she's buying drinks for everybody, getting up on the top of the bar and dancing, falls off the bar. So we find out that the next scene where she's at home and her best friend walks in and she says, did you drive me home last night? And the friend says, yes. She says, get on your shoes. And Sharon says, oh, Waffle House. She goes, no, not Waffle House. She goes, I'm going to help you not turn into your mother. Get your shoes on. And so she takes her to an AA meeting. And in this meeting, Sharon hears a man stand up and say, the only way through this is to find something bigger than you are. She's not convinced that she's an alcoholic. She's not convinced she needs any help. So she leaves the meeting, goes to get her beer, and sees on the counter the local newspaper that is talking about the story of a little girl named Michelle who's 5 years old and needs a liver transplant. And her mother, this little girl's mother, has just died, and the service is that afternoon in a church. And she's going, this is crazy, but she's got this voice telling her she needs to go to this memorial service. So, and she's dressed. Hilary Swank plays this great, she's got this little fringe jacket on and these sparkly things and great shoes, and she shows up at the funeral and goes up to the father and says, I don't know you, but I just wanted to come and say, if there is anything I can do, just call me. Well, you hear that a lot around grieving people. And and he wasn't about to call her, I can guarantee you. But she leaves and says, this inner voice will not leave her alone. This is the power of understanding. It will not let her rest. She goes back to her hair shop and says, I got to do something for this family. I'm going to do a fundraiser. She posts, staples things on telephone poles that says, come get your hair cut, donate for Michelle to get her a liver transplant. So she collects the money, doesn't even know where this guy lives, finds his address, and right before she knocks on the door, this man's mother is helping him with his 2 daughters. One daughter the mother died with this liver disease. One daughter's already had a liver transplant, and the second one now needs it. And the mother is saying to the son, where is your faith in the midst of really hard times? And he goes, well, I don't know. I had my wife on the prayer list, 17 prayer lists. That didn't help too much. Now my daughter is on those same prayer lists, and she says, do not give up your faith. Knock, knock, knock. He goes to the door. He recognizes crazy lady, and she says, I just felt like I had to do something, and I did a fundraiser at my hair shop, and here's some money. I hope this can help you. I know it's not a whole lot. It was $3,200, but I hope this will get you through some of this. And he's, just looking at the money, and he goes, wow. And the mother goes, that, right there, that is an answer to prayer. So she says, well, have you eaten in? No, I haven't eaten. Come on in. And he's looking at his mother like, what are you doing this for? So she comes in, eats with the family. So this very unusual friendship develops between this wild and passionate woman who's just following this inner voice and knows she has to help this man. She says, I've had many businesses, gone bankrupt, in and out of business. She goes, I can help you. Let me see your financial papers. And he goes, well, I don't show my financial papers to just anybody. So he brings them out. She finds out he's $400,000 in debt to the hospital. She takes some stuff with her, doesn't say a peep to him, marches into this hospital, is meeting with the vice president or somebody, and says, you see these bills? How is he ever going to come up with $400,000? What we need right here is you to forgive every single cent of this. Well, this vice president didn't agree with that idea, but she hung in there, and you don't see the whole conversation, but the next scene you see is her at his house at night, and he's opening up a bag that has a picture frame in it, and he says, well, what is this for? And she says, well, I have something I think you might want to frame. And it's a letter from the hospital that says, your bill is $00 and 00 cents. This woman, every time you turn around, I'm flabbergasted by the way she just keeps walking into these impossible walls and following this voice and carrying on. The little girl, he's a roofer, and they've just had a horrible storm, and hundreds of people need new roofs. And she drags him to some other company and says, you need this guy to help you. You got more roofs than you can possibly do. She's now his personal marketing guy, and they get a deal worked out with this guy. So now he's doing that. And then the daughter is getting worse, She needs to be moved up on the transplant list. They're saying we're not sure she's going to live through Christmas. Some, miraculous kind of way, she gets moved up on the transplant list. But the deal with that phone call was he and her standing there talking on the phone, the mother's there, and they say, well, we can put her up, but here's what you need to know. When this call comes, you need to have a private plane at your behest to fly her to the hospital because this window is good for 6 hours, and they couldn't drive it in that amount of time. And he goes, well, you think I got a private plane sitting in my backyard? And she goes, just shut up. I got this. I will get a plane for you. This is a woman who does not hang around with filthy rich people. They don't even talk to her, right? So they get off the phone. She starts making phone calls. These people will not even answer her phone calls. Does she give up? No. She keeps listening to this voice till she gets that guy a plane and a pilot that will answer the call when they call and say, this liver is ready. It's just astounding how she is able to tap into this. We can do this. There is a force at work here, this force of love that is going to see us through. She never uses those words, but I'm telling you, that's what's going on. So now it's the worst storm in Louisville's history, winter storm. It's right near Christmas, and they get the phone call and says, we've got the liver. You need to get to the hospital. So, you can't even drive. The storm is so horrible. Inches and inches of snow. The highways are lots of crash cars. He grabs his daughter, jumps in his truck or SUV thing, and starts heading out. And she's on the phone with her friend who works at the hair salon, and they're looking at the news trying to find out what roads are open that he can still drive to get to an airport so they can meet the private plane. And at every turn, he gets on the interstate, and the cars are just jumbled up in car crashes. He can't even drive through the interstate. So he goes, okay, the back way. So, they're talking to her friend who's looking, and every time she thinks she has a path, another road gets closed. So now he's on his own, doing his thing. And he's going a back way down roads he knows, and there's this gigantic tree in the way. And he gets out of the car, and he's pushing it, he's kicking it, he's pulling it. It will not budge. So he's been at it for hours, just trying to get out of Louisville at this point, trying to get to the airport. So he's just in tears, and he's calling the hospital and saying, so many hours have passed, I just don't see how I can get there. Well, in the meantime, this news station that had come to their house to interview Michelle at one point, which he kicked out, is on the air saying, Michelle's liver is ready. We have to get this little girl to the hospital, and the only way open now is if we get a helicopter. So somebody with a helicopter calls and says, I got a helicopter. I've driven through worse storms than this. We will do it. So right as he's talking to the hospital about to say, there's no way I can get there, somebody from this whole circle of people doing, moving mountains drives up and says, we've got a helicopter, let's go. So he says, okay, I'm coming, save the liver. So now, so he still has to and they're also on the news station saying, we need a place for a helicopter, we need 100 feet by 100 feet for it to land, no trees, no power lines, no nothing. And the minister of his church says, use my church parking lot, we got to get it cleared off. So everybody bring your shovel, we got to make a place for the helicopter to land. The incredible community that got created for this little girl. So then you see the parking lot. People are out there, this horrific storm. You think they've got a bulldozer? No, they got shovels. They're out there doing it by hand, shoveling. And he pulls up with the little girl, and then the helicopter is 5 minutes out. And the helicopter's hovering overhead, and he's talking to the news station, and the news station is on the radio. And he's saying, it's night, it's dark. He said, I can't see anything, I can't land. And so the father says, everybody turn on your headlights, because they were all parked there. So they turn on their headlights and flood an area, but because of the whiteout, he still can't see how to land. And so his other daughter is wearing a bright red coat. She takes her coat off and throws it in the middle of the space. And then everybody else takes their coats off and throws it in the middle of the space. And the pilot says to the TV station, "I can see where to land." So they land, he gets his daughter, runs to the helicopter, and then he runs back to Sharon and says, "There's something I've been needed to say for a long time. Thank you." This from a man who wants to do it by himself and has not had to be in this position of needing the whole village, or body needed it anyway. So then off they go. They show the little girl waking up from the surgery, and then the ending part says she graduated from high school, she graduated from college. A year later, her dad walked her down the aisle for her wedding, and that Sharon and he were never romantically involved, but she's at every family event. Now, I can tell you, this is spiritual understanding being played out in the everyday drama of our lives. That when things get difficult, when things look impossible, this is what happens when we stop and listen for the divine guidance within us. Mountains are moved. I mean, you have got to get a hold of this movie, I'm telling you. It just brings to the forefront. I know, but you'll be crying for tears of joy at the end of this thing, and you will never be the same. Let's see. So I want to share with you one more theological thing. So we read in Proverbs, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And all you're getting, get understanding." The awakening of our own faculty of understanding starts with questioning. Questioning the old ways of thinking we may have taken for granted. Wondering about the way and the truth. Desiring to know above all else, desiring to know the spiritual truth upon which we stand, on which we make our decisions, on which we move in our lives. So there's a book by this, I hadn't heard of this gal before, Winifred Wilkinson Hosman, called Your God-Given Potential. Awakening the faculty of understanding in a spiritual way is an activity that will change not only your way of thinking, but also your way of life. Be prepared for this as you question, study, and go on to greater discoveries of truth. There is a spirit in you that has all the answers. Claudia just sang that to us. Trust as you proceed in an orderly, harmonious, loving way to unfold this power. So, my beloveds, I see this power dwelling in each one of us. In our hearts, it's there. We don't have to wonder, is it ever going to show up? Baby, it is there. The question is, are we going to open ourselves to it? So I see us all just allowing this incredible power, this incredible gift to lead and guide us all the days of our life. And so it is.
Thanks so much, Reverend Patty. As we move into our time of meditation, I'll share a song. Check, check, check. Open my eyes. Open my eyes. Open my eyes that I may see. Open my eyes, open my eyes, that I may see what Spirit can do through me. Open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes, that I may see. Open my eyes, open my eyes, that I may see what Spirit reveals to me.
So I invite you to breathe in deeply and allow yourself to relax into the love that is the truth of who you are. Just as you exhale, allow anything that is not the consciousness of love to flow out. In this moment, we pause and call upon our spiritual gift of divine understanding for insights into our daily journey. If I'm not sure of the path to take, which decision to make, or what words to say, I allow spiritual understanding to guide my mind and heart. Understanding takes me to deeper levels of compassion, non-judgment, and connection to others, and to the one mind of which we all partake. I use the power of understanding to see beyond human appearances and into the light of truth. I invite you to say that to yourselves. I allow the faculty of understanding to see beyond human appearances and into the light of truth. I perceive and am grateful for the gifts, the joys, and the presence of the divine in every event and circumstance. That is what we are standing on. Let's go into the silence. We say thank you, Spirit. We stand on this truth, that God stands under all things, and the perfect outworking is being revealed to me now. With spiritual understanding, I see the truth of myself and others. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. I see our ushers are ready to come forward, so I invite you to hold your offerings or in your hand or in your heart as we declare our blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. More fabulous music.
Thank you so much. The name of this song is Independence Day. I wrote it with Glenn Rethel, and it'll be on my upcoming CD, which will probably be just released online. CDs, do you guys remember what those are for? Independence Day. Liberated, I am free, letting go of the story I once thought was me. No more limits, no wasted time. I'm gonna jump right in and take what could be mine. Oh yeah, I can see the world in a beautiful new way. It's Independence Day, Independence Day, time to celebrate. So light the fire, let's start the show. We can only win, so let's begin. Let's go. We'll go crazy and move ahead. We can dance and sing, let freedom ring instead. Ooh. I can see the world in a beautiful new way. It's Independence Day, time to celebrate. Independence Day. I don't wanna wait, I gotta celebrate and make each day a holiday. Firecracker fly, rockets shooting by, rockets in the sky. Independence Day, would you sing that with me? Time to celebrate. Independence Day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I feel like I'm in the islands now. Come on, Leon, lay it on me now. Hey. You can dance and play on your horn. We're gonna have a holiday like Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. Eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. Independence Day. That's nice. Thank you.
And now let's bless our tithes and offerings so we know that the gift and the giver are one, that we are this hopeless mishmash of oneness. So we bless these gifts as we send them out in the world to create joy, peace, love, ever, ever, ever expanding. And join with me in saying, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. And so it is. So let's see, we want our chaplains to stand up, please. All these incredible beings of light and love to be with you at the end of the service for a challenge or a blessing. Thank you all. And we want to acknowledge all those who have made our service possible today. So our greeters at the front door, Safari and Marcy, the men of Unity have been creating the fellowship time today. Our greeters, Regina, our fabulous music team is back, and we have the blessing of Leon with us, and Jody and Shari in the back. So let's give them all our blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. So I don't see any little ones. They're on their way? Oh, they're finishing their snacks? Okay, so, oh, here they come. Okay.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God. We are walking as the light, as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
All right. Good morning, Unity. How are we doing today? Good, good. We had a very fun class today. Susan helped us, and we all got to paint birds and use our imagination about where our birds eat and where they fly and how they have their fun. And we also, this is part of like a summer fun thing where you guys can come in and just do something fun with the kids that you like to do. So if there's anyone who wants to do anything in the upcoming weeks, please let me know. We can get that scheduled out, but we do need some slots filled. That's it.
So, good morning. Let's give all of our teachers and our children our blessing. Friends, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. And let's stand for our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. What basket?
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there